Good morning, St. Martin. I'm Yesenia Lacero.
And I'm Austin Lawrence.
And welcome to another edition of St. Martin News Desk.
Brought to you by TV15.
Where we bring you the latest and most important stories around the island and beyond.
It's a brand new week. Let's dive into our top headlines.
Three men are in custody after an armed robbery at a Front Street jewelry store on Friday, May 9th. Around 2 p.m., masked men stormed the shop near Emma Plain, smashed display cases, and fled with stolen jewelry in a small vehicle towards Sucker Garden. Patrol officers quickly gave chase, but the suspects initially got away, sparking a manhunt in Dutch Quarter. By evening, several individuals were arrested, and a search of a residence linked to them turned up the getaway car, stolen items, and a firearm. All suspects remain in custody at the Phillipsburg police station. The investigation is ongoing, and police urge anyone with information to call 542-2222 or tip anonymously at 9300. KPSM praised the fast, coordinated response and reaffirmed its commitment to public safety.
A man was killed and another seriously injured in a shooting around midnight Friday in Grand Cause near Rue de École. Authorities confirmed one victim died at the scene while the other was rushed to Fleming Hospital with multiple gunshot wounds. Prosecutors have launched two investigations, one for assassination and the other for attempted assassination. The St. Martin Investigation Unit is leading the case. The motive remains unknown and no suspects have been named. The incident has raised safety concerns in Grand Cause, a town better known for food and culture than violence. More updates are expected as the investigation progresses. Anguilla police are investigating a fatal shooting that occurred around 11:30 a.m. on Friday, May 9th in the West End area. Officers arrived to find 31-year-old Rashay Hodge of the Farrington lying motionless on the ground. Emergency services confirmed his death at the scene. Investigators recovered several spent shells and the case has been ruled a homicide. A full investigation is underway with authorities urging witnesses or anyone with dashcam footage or information, no matter how small, to come forward. This is the second shooting in Anguilla last week. The first, on Tuesday at the ferry terminal, left another victim in critical condition at the hospital. The recent violence has raised concerns about public safety across the island.
TEATT is defending its inspectors after a viral video showed a confrontation during a noise check at District 721 nightclub on May 7th. The clip shared on social media shows a brief part of what the ministry says was a longer, legally authorized inspection. IATA officers were checking noise levels in Cold Bay and Simpson Bay when they were approached outside District 721 by nightclub staff. The situation escalated as staff reportedly shouted and interfered with equipment. TEATT says its officers remain professional and were simply doing their job. It warns that obstructing civil servants is illegal and may be reported to legal authorities. All businesses must follow the same rules, TEATT said, urging respectful cooperation during inspections.
Let's put everything on the table. People always give their opinion, and you can either take it or crunch it. Let them judge. We give in to the most irresistible flavor. We devour every nugget that falls in our hands, especially when it's our crunchy fried chicken. And let the crumbs fly if needed. Let them keep judging. We'll keep indulging. KFC, it's finger-licking good.
Hello, my people. Make sure you tune in to Sit, Sip, and Chat every Monday at 5 p.m. on TV 15 and every Wednesday at 8:30 p.m.
And make sure tune in to the Late Night Show with Andrew Dick from Monday to Friday at 10 p.m. with a repeat in the afternoon for no reason. In the afternoon, the Late Night Show at 3 p.m. Thank you, TV 15.
Thank you, TV 15. Make sure tune in.
Make sure tune in to the Late Night.
And Sit, Sip, and Chat.
Late Night.
The Honorable Prime Minister Dr. Luke Mercelina has extended heartfelt congratulations to Pope Leo XIV, the first American elected as head of the Roman Catholic Church. Formerly Cardinal Robert Francis Prevost, the Chicago-born pontiff, is now the 267th Pope. Mercelina praised Pope Leo's global journey from Chicago to Peru and now Rome, calling him a shepherd forged in mission and humility. He said the Pope's leadership is vital in the world, yearning for unity and peace. The Prime Minister also addressed St. Martin's Catholic community, sharing in the global joy and expressing hope that the new papacy will inspire compassion, unity, and faith-driven service. Mercelina called the election a moment of spiritual renewal and a symbol of global hope and leadership.
Stichting ECHO will launch a 2-day training for PE teachers and youth professionals from St. Martin, Sabre, and St. Eustatius on Monday, May 12th as part of the Healthy Schools and Communities project. The initiative is supported by the Dutch Ministry of Health, JOGG Netherlands, and Han University. Held at Simpson Bay Resort, the training focuses on using the block test, a tool that helps assess and improve children's motor skills. The aim is to apply recent data to enhance youth physical education and movement programs. Minister of Education, Culture, Youth and Sports, the Honorable Melissa Gums, will officially open the event, signaling government support for turning research into action. The training reflects regional collaboration and a shared goal of improving children's health and development through education and sport. Minister of Labour, the Honorable Richinel Brooke, has endorsed the upcoming Labour Symposium set for May 13 to 15 at Port St. Martin, hosted by WICSU, PSU, and WE2. The event will unite public and private sector stakeholders to discuss labor laws, rights, and the future of work. Minister Brooke praised the initiative as a testament to the importance of constructive dialogue and urged both workers and employers to participate. The 3-day symposium will include regional experts, labor leaders, and legal professionals. Space is limited, and civil servants from the Ministry of VSR are especially encouraged to register early by emailing laborsymposium2025@gmail.com.
The General Audit Chamber's latest report, Climate Scanner, an assessment of St. Martin's climate response, highlights deficiencies in the island's climate policy. The assessment, using the International Climate Scanner methodology, reveals that St. Martin acknowledges climate action through various initiatives. The lack of a legal framework and coordinating authorities hampers effective execution. The report notes that St. Martin is not a party to the Paris Accord and lacks structural funding for climate action. It commends efforts within the ministries of ROMI, but stresses the need for integrated planning and financing to achieve sustainable goals. The General Audit Chamber recommends developing a national climate law, creating a new coordination body, and establishing long-term financial mechanisms to enhance climate resilience.
The deadline to submit 2024 income tax return forms A and B has been extended to June 30th, 2025. Invitations are being sent by regular mail. If you don't receive one, you must request it. Forms are available online at the Government of St. Martin's website. Taxpayers must submit forms in person at the Tax Administration Office located in the Vineyard Building. Online or email submissions are not accepted. For proof of submission, bring a copy to be stamped. Taxpayers who need an extension must request it before June 30th, 2025. Another level. What is it?
Guess what? I got an idea. It's amazing. You see how we have the link sharing all everywhere?
QR link,
the
yeah.
QR link?
Yeah.
Raw Caribbean Channel app. Yeah. You're welcome. Put it in the back.
But it's not an app, though. It's not an app. App, you have to like download something to get it on your phone, take up space. It's not an app.
It's like an app. Therefore, it can be an app. So, it's an app. Raw Caribbean TV app. Say it with me, Al. Come on.
It's not an app, though. All you got to do with that, it's a link. You take the link, you hit the bookmark, you say add to home screen, and so it shows up like an app icon, but it's not an app, though.
Are you a real person? It is an app because you get to watch all the programs from Raw Caribbean at one place. It is an app.
I don't know how to explain this to you, but factually and technically, it's not an app. Kind of like we do the news, facts,
Yeah.
and you do that thing you do.
Whoa.
Point being, you just go to the QR, you hit bookmarks, and you hit add to home screen, and then you can have the link to, let's give it another name.
The app.
You want to call it the app?
Raw Caribbean TV app.
Jess.
Yes.
Jess, please, give some sense, Jess. Jess.
It's kind of like an app.
That's why she gets the big bucks.
It's not an app, though. It's not a app. What the It's not a app.
You kiss your mother with her mouth? My God. Watch Raw Caribbean TV app.
Watch Raw Caribbean TV app.
Yes.
It's not an app, though.
As the 2025 hurricane season begins on June 1st, the Office of Disaster Management, known as ODM, urges residents and businesses to prepare early. Fire Chief and Disaster Coordinator Clive Richardson warns against waiting until the last minute, advising timely action to face an active season. The 2025 storm names include Andrea, Barry, and Gabrielle, among others. For official updates, tune in to SXM.gov. 107.9 FM, follow at SXM.gov on Facebook, or check the Met Department's website for further information.
On May 5th, 2025, the Joint Court of Justice marked the importance of freedom and democracy in the Caribbean Netherlands with a special freedom lunch, reflected on the court's 156th anniversary and Liberation Day. This event followed the court's Dies Natalis on May 1st and included meaningful activities across 4 islands. In Aruba, participants enjoyed freedom soup, while watching documentaries on freedom and human rights. Bonaire hosted a joint lunch and a lecture on the island's World War II history with youth from Fondation Rosa de Charon attending. In Curaçao, a lunch was followed by a talk from Esmeralda Weingarder discussing the loss of her father in the 1982 December murders in Suriname. St. Martin's lunch featured videos on freedom and an interactive quiz. The Freedom Soup, created annually by a different Dutch chef, symbolizes unity and the universal value of freedom. On May 6, 2025, Judicial and Institutional Services, J&IS, kicked off Foster Care Month with a ceremony at the Yogesh Building. The theme, Mending the Foster Care Net, highlighted the need to strengthen foster care systems and support vulnerable children. Minister of Justice, Ms. Natalie Tacklin, reinforced the government's commitment to improve the system. Certificates of appreciation were given to Foster Parents of the Year, Mr. and Mrs. Audra and Dominique KB, and Mentor of the Year, Mr. Leonard Lambert. Foster Care Coordinator Meredith Concession urged collective action to ensure a safer future for children. Former foster child James Brooks shared his journey, reminding everyone of the importance of care and commitment. Acting Director Cynthia Clark Philemon called for stronger policies and resources. Foster Care Month will culminate with the 2025 Foster Care Conference on May 27th and 28th.
BPWC SXM's Member in Motion Project 2025 held an engaging session on self-fulfilling prophecy at Simpson Bay Conference Center, drawing a full house. Chaired by Daniel Chance, the event explored how beliefs and actions shaped reality. A key message: our thoughts and beliefs guide our actions, determining our success or failure. VPM Kathia Magdalene emphasized the alignment of beliefs, actions, and conviction for success. The session left attendees inspired. The event aligns with the UN SDG number 4, quality education, fostering self-awareness and lifelong learning. That's all the time we have for today's edition of St. Martin News Desk.
Thank you for joining us. Remember, new episodes premiere every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 8 a.m. on TV 15, across our social media platforms and all Alexa devices globally. I'm Alson Lawrence.
And I'm Justine Lassiter, wishing you an amazing week. See you next time.
And don't forget, stay friendly.
St. Martin.
Okay.